Caitlin Walker. My name is Trevor Hamlet from Holistic Media Solutions, and Caitlin's responsible for her work with clean language, symbolic modelling, and more recently a published author. So what are you looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to doing some radio interviews actually about clean language based for the book, and doing some short interviews with, actually I'll tell you what I'd really like to have happen is for colleges and universities to start using the book as a set text, and then me to be called to do some interviews and some teaching based on that.
Okay. Right, just thinking. So what areas are you going into immediately now then?
Particularly going to develop software development companies. So we're going to go and target small organisations that have diverse workers, probably with a lot of neurodiversity, so finance versus programmers versus marketers versus sales. And we're going to offer them the same process that we've done at Amphora Research that's been so successful, and at New Information Paradigms and at Linklaters. So where we're working with clients who've got live issues, and where communication between them will make an immediate difference to their sales.
And how long does that process normally take?
Do you mean from start to finish of going into a company? Probably 9 days. Depends how big the company is. But say for a team of 12, about 9 days. Over 3 to 6 months.
So what response have you had to your book at the moment?
It's been fantastic. It's been better than I could have imagined, actually. I mean, it's not at this, it's not selling millions yet, but the response has been just what I dreamed it would be. People going, a mum at school who picked it up going, I read it from cover to cover, and that was 3 months ago, and I'm still thinking about it. It really gets into your brain, doesn't it? I mean, it's easy to imagine using it, but actually it affects the way you think, even now. You go, okay, it's interesting. Or a youth worker from Newcastle saying, I read it while I was on holiday, come back, I've immediately changed the way that I work with kids based on it. Or I turned up at a conference weekend before last, and some management consultant says, he said, I finished your book last week, and I was just about to start this project, and I realised, having read your book, that actually we've set it up wrong. So we've gone back to the drawing board, and we're going to
Do you think there's enough information in that book for them to be able to start facilitating them changes themselves?
I think for those who already do stuff like that, yes. I think it can change their practice now. Could they go in and do a systemic modelling piece of work? No. But can they use the principles and apply those principles to their work? Yes. That's not the same. You can't read the book and have all the skills, but you can read the book and get all the principles.
Okay. So you've completed book 1. You've got video material out there. You've got audio book out there. What's the next?
Do
you feel like you've reached a milestone by getting that book out? Was it something that you wanted to do for a while?
Yes, it's something I wanted to do for 10 years. Or something I knew I was going to do from the beginning, but I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it. So having got it done, it's the first thing that's really, really hard, that I didn't necessarily enjoy doing, that I worked hard at and has come out well. So for me, it's something I'm very proud of. The next thing, there's 2 things. There's the next book, because I've got that was only a small set of stories. There's another, when I was writing the book, there was another 50%, at least 70% more material than has gone into that book. So I might just do book 2. But then there's also the how-to book, which I think will be book 3, which is, how do you do this? And what I think in that interim is some much smaller publications, which might just be ebooks, but how to run meetings systemically, or clean mediation, or clean and research. So the stuff that we know, but just condensed just for certain markets. And that book was quite a catch-all.
Yeah. So who do you think would benefit most effectively, apart from the corporate industry, from what you teach? You mentioned schools earlier as well, and
yeah, well, there are teachers, but I think in many ways it's leaders. It's getting leaders to do at least two things. One is to pay due diligence to what it is that they want to have happen, to what it is that they hope. So to get them to think carefully about the change program, the changes that they want, whether it's possible to get them from within the organisation rather than shaking the whole organisation up, but to think, to pay due diligence to their outcomes as leaders. That's one. And then the other thing is to go, how much can I delegate the change process to the expertise of the people I already have working for me?
Hey, here it comes. Hiya. Yes, we've got a gate crasher. Hey, a gate crasher. Which you want?